Have you ever heard of the Mitsubishi Group? Did you know it also has a connection to Ryoma Sakamoto? He was originally a low-ranking samurai from Tosa. A man who was imprisoned, stripped of his status, and lost everything as a Ronin. As a Ronin, he crawled through life, struggling in despair. He chose not to conquer the world with a sword, but with money. His name was Yatarō Iwasaki, the man who would later build the Mitsubishi conglomerate. How did a Ronin, once thrown into prison, transform into a man who could move the nation? He fought not with a sword, but with words, not with loyalty, but with wisdom. Let us trace the path of this extraordinary man. In 1835, in the Tosa domain, Yatarō Iwasaki was born into a family of low-ranking samurai known as kashi. Even among samurai, there was an unbridgeable divide between the upper and lower classes. Low-ranking families lived in poverty, and no matter how hard they tried, the road to success was closed to them. One day, Yataro's father protested after being stepped on by a horse belonging to a higher-ranking samurai, demanding compensation for treatment. However, the ones punished were Yataro's family. Because they were deemed insolent for talking back to an upper-class samurai, they were punished. In that moment, young Yatarō learned the cruelty of the world. This country is unjust. I will rise to the top, no matter what. With that vow, he devoted himself to study and dreamed of going to Edo. But fate was cruel. As a low-ranking samurai, he was denied permission to study in Edo. Still, Yatarō refused to give up. He knocked on the gates of Tycoon, a domain school reserved for upper-class samurai. Though not an official student, his passion for learning earned him permission to attend as an observer. He continued attending Tycoon, hoping to earn a recommendation to study in Edo, and began forming connections with upper-class samurai. But Yatarō, though a low-ranking samurai, was bold and outspoken, a young man unafraid to speak reason against authority. His intellect and sharp tongue made him resented by the elites. There are various theories about the content of the argument that sparked the incident, but it is known that Yatarō got into an argument with a high-ranking samurai. He was captured and imprisoned as an act of retaliation. For a samurai, imprisonment was a humiliation equal to death. He lost everything and, in the darkness of the cell, he thought deeply. Righteousness cannot win. Neither swords nor family lineage can prevail. But with wisdom and talent, I can. After leaving prison, Yatarō had no place as a samurai anymore. As a wandering Ronin, he observed the winds of change. The arrival of the black ships, the storm of opening Japan, the nation trembled. He realized that this country would no longer be moved by swords or status. What moved people now were wisdom and commerce, and what powered commerce was money. He began working in a lowly position for the Tosa domain, getting involved in trade and shipping. At first, he did menial tasks, but his keen observation and intellect allowed him to learn the workings of business. A world where battles were fought not with swords, but with words and calculations. For a Ronin like him, it was a new battlefield. Even as he searched for his path in this new era, Yatarō remained lost. His encounter with Sakamoto Ryoma, who was also from Tosa, would change his life. Ryoma declared, "It is commerce that moves the nation." And he founded the trading company Kamiyama Shachu. His vision was to unite Japan through business. Yatarō was deeply inspired by this philosophy and began working alongside Ryoma. Money, not swords, moved the country, a belief that mirrored the conviction Yatarō had formed in his prison days. But Ryoma was assassinated before realizing his dream. Standing before his friend's death, Yatarō made a silent vow. "I will bring to life the Japan that Ryoma dreamed of, a nation driven by economics." That vow became the origin of what would later be known as Mitsubishi. During the Meiji Restoration, the age of the samurai ended, and a new nation began. Yatarō rode that wave, and took over the domain's shipping business. In 1870, he established the Tsukumo Shikai, which would later become Mitsubishi Shikai. The name Mitsubishi was derived from the Iwasaki family crest, 3 rhombuses, 3 diamonds. Symbolizing sincerity, strength, and unity, the emblem would later circle the globe. Yatarō repeatedly conducted business with the Meiji government, monopolizing transportation and trade. He gained control of sea routes throughout the country and built Japan's largest shipping company. A man once cast aside, as a Ronin had become a figure who moved the nation. The age has come when a Ronin can move a country, he was said to have laughed. But behind success lay shadows. Mitsubishi grew rapidly under government protection, and critics derided it as the government's dog or slaves to gold. Yatarō never denied it. He believed that serving the nation through commerce was the true loyalty of a merchant. His sense of honor remained that of a samurai. He demanded loyalty from his subordinates and integrity in every deal. Yet he showed no mercy to his rivals. To Yatarō, business was war and Mitsubishi was his army. Commerce is war. Win with righteousness. These words he left behind became the foundation of Mitsubishi's spirit. In 1885, Yatarō Iwasaki fell ill and passed away at the age of 50. In his short life, he transformed Japan's economy at its core. Even after his death, Mitsubishi continued to expand into shipbuilding, mining, banking, and trading. It is no exaggeration to say that Japan's modern industry was built upon Mitsubishi's foundation. The red 3-diamond mark still runs across the world today. Within it breathes the dream of one Ronin. From the prison cell to building an empire, a man who rose from nothing. His life balanced the pride of a samurai and the ambition of a merchant. A man who inherited Ryoma Sakamoto's dream and made it a reality with his own hands. A merchant who never abandoned the soul of a samurai. His name was Yatarō Iwasaki. To support this channel, please consider subscribing and giving a thumbs up. And turn on notifications so you won't miss our next story.